The car that nobody ever gets, nobody ever wants, man. Tesla, man.
A lot of
Tesla.
people want it, actually.
I mean, it's crazy. Over 2 million people.
Tesla just recalled all of its Cybertrucks. There is an
4,000.
issue with the Cybertrucks. One, it doesn't have like a quarter of the features that it was promised to have. It actually looks like the build quality is super cheap. It looks like you could pull off most panels. And then someone actually discovered that the plate that is on the pedal for acceleration is actually slips off easily and can easily get jammed, so it keeps the car basically in full throttle. You can hold the brake to override it, but as soon as you let go of the brake, it's going to start accelerating. And what's really scary about the Cybertruck is it, like many Teslas, can like go 0 to 60 in just a few seconds. Could you imagine
Disgusting.
just not paying attention and you're just like, boom?
That's what happened to Meek Mills. Meek Mills said he doesn't have a Tesla truck. He has another Cybertruck, another electric car. They did the same thing. He got stuck. He had it for one day and it ran through his garage. He said, I almost lost my life.
That's almost as bad as when Meek Mill slipped on the snow stairs.
Hey, man, another L. But we got a video right here of him basically
Back to
explaining
back.
explaining what's going on. We're going to come back, tell you more about the Tesla truck and, if you really want to waste your money.
So apparently the Cybertruck has a stop zone, and I might know why. It's got something to do with the accelerator pedal. So let me show you something interesting about my Cybertruck is that pedal looks different, right? It's missing this. So a couple days ago I'm driving, and let's see if I can get a good view here. I'm driving, and this goes here. As I'm driving, this slid up and wedged itself just like that. It's not clipped on, so it's kind of hard to see, but this wedged itself right there. And as you can see, based on the design of the floorboard, this sliding up, and the way this was still hooked onto the pedal, it held the accelerator down 100%, full throttle. Now, I was luckily had a clear mind, didn't panic, and holding the brake down overrides the pedal. So I was able to stop the car, but anytime I lift the brake, it would start accelerating again. So I stopped the car, put it in park, got out. At first I thought the pedal was broken, but then I realized that nope, this was wedged down here under this little section here, not allowing this pedal to come back up. So yeah, looks like there's a recall or some kind of stop cell for that. Somebody that panics, that could be pretty dangerous. Crazy.
I mean, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, they just started bringing these cars out. I mean, people since 2019 ordered it, and they're just getting it now. Then it's already being recalled. But it's like you always told me, you never want to be the first. You never want to be the first to download the iPhone software. You never want to be the first to get the new Xbox or PlayStation, because it's always gonna have glitches and stuff. And the first one's always a test dummy.
Yeah, I always say like wait at least like 6 months with electronics and like get a year with the car. If a new model car comes out, get the second one because they're gonna work out all the bugs of the first one.
Pretty much.
And this one, that's what I was talking about. The build quality is super bad because as you could see, the pedal wasn't actually like screwed into the metal. And like the plate, like you could see the plate was glued on,
Basically,
and the glue came
stuff
off, and then it got stuck. And that's super scary because if you're not cool, calm, and collected, you're going into someone full throttle.
$100K for something? I'm not paying $100K
For a death trap?
For a death trap, basically. But I mean, because they got 3 versions right now. They got the 60K, 80K, and 100K. Like,
and this is the guy sending us to Mars.
Pretty
I mean,
much.
I already threw my co-host's name in the hat. Of the first 500 volunteers to go to Mars.
See, I'm getting that fresh clean now. Give me some alien pee, like Futurama.
What, are you gonna drink alien pee?
No, pause. You got jokes. Nah, but I mean,
What do you
with
want
this
it for?
with this whole Tesla stuff and Elon Musk, I mean, I do give it to him. He is trying to be futuristic. He is trying. I mean, he got the Tesla boss. He has this car.
The main thing that I didn't like about it is we've seen videos where they had the what is it, like the big showcase, I guess you could say, where they're like, this is like bulletproof against 9mm. But they were showing that it's actually mainly older guns that it's bulletproof to, but any of the modern firearms, especially like the assault rifles, like an M16, that it goes right through it.
Pretty much.
So it's really not bulletproof.
Or the windows.
And that's what they're saying, and he goes, if you want to talk about the doors being bulletproof, like there's a second part, you have windows, and the windows aren't bulletproof at all. So you really don't have coverage. And then there's a handful of features that were promised to the vehicle that they actually didn't.
Autopilot. It was like
autopilot.
autopilot.
Like full on autopilot, and a handful of other things I don't remember that actually, when people got it, it doesn't have.
Exactly.
Oh, it's supposed to have its own air pump.
Yeah.
So
air
that way,
pressure pump.
Yeah, so that way, if your tires got flat, you could fill up your own tires on the road. But it apparently was promised that in the showcase, but doesn't have it with the final product.
Yes, and a lot of people were saying that they're getting these cars and it's coming back dusty, or with this whole color of the car, it gets really dirty quickly. So a lot of people are like going out getting it wrapped in a different color.
Oh, I would definitely wrap it.
I seen somebody wrap it red.
I feel like the silver would get too hot, especially if you lived in somewhere sunny, because it's just like metal.
I can see it.
I would want it to get it wrapped.
And the thing about this,
what color would you wrap it? Like a yellow, a red, a green,
a red, candy apple red.
Chameleon.
Candy apple red. I mean, of course, and I mean also with the Tesla
Spinners
thing,
on it.
Exactly, and with like John Cena or life. But also with this Tesla car, they're saying that once you get this Tesla Cybertruck, you can't sell it. You can't sell it for after a certain amount of time.
It's a year.
Because after a year, if you try to sell it within a year without Tesla's knowledge, then Tesla has the right to blacklist you, and you won't be able to get Tesla again. And I mean, with people they buy Tesla cars, they want to stay in a Tesla family and keep buying this Cyber.
I used to think that was like crazy, and it's like, man, you can't even sell it within a year if you end up not liking it.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is, like, a year actually goes by like way quicker than you think. Like, you blink,
True,
and a year goes by, so it's really not too terrible. And then the vehicle doesn't lose like all of its value within a year. It's definitely going to lose some of its value, but if it's still like a rare item, whether people are waitlisted to get them, you might even make more than you paid for it because of the rarity of it. So who knows? You could actually make something on it, like a collector item.
I mean, but by the time if you order your Tesla truck right now, by the time it come out, Elon Musk would probably came out with something else.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, I don't know.
Because I mean, he's gonna take it. Right now they're saying they're only gonna make like at least a quarter, with like a quarter mil a month, a quarter mil a year. Of these cars, of the trucks, yeah,
250,000 a year,
yeah. That's the most they're gonna be able to make. So, and they got like an order of $2 million.
We got to see how long it's gonna take them to fix the recalled ones.
Exactly. So that's gonna push it back even further. Because if you go online on the website, it's a $250 deposit.
Well, I don't like how they lied on the pricing as well. Because we watched a video where they said it was like starting at like 39,000, basically 40,000. But then it's like, when it all comes out, like the minimum model is like 50
like
or 50 or 60.
61K, like 60K.
Yeah, it's like, how are you gonna have it like get everyone's hopes up and then not be able to come through?
I mean, that's a real drive, real wheel
switch
drive one. So I mean, any different other versions ones, but I mean, it's a lot of things that they got that you have to add on that you have to pay for now. It's like Fortnite, like these video games nowadays. Like you buy these video games, like, oh yeah, Fortnite is free. You buy it for free, and then like they got all these skins you have to buy, pay with your own money.
Oh, they microtransaction you to death.
You basically, yeah, and I think that's what they're gonna start doing with cars now.
I hate that's like a game model now. Like, oh, like the game is free, but to like level up and not take 40 years, you got to pay money. Oh, to play this mode, it costs money. To play that mode, it costs money. And they just nickel and dime you to death.
Exactly.
Because supposedly, like, the new Skate game, Skate 4, is going to be a free game. But they'll probably have a bunch of microtransactions. Probably, like, all your clothes, boards, and shoes is going to be, like, you got to pay, like, real money to, unlock it.
Pretty much, and that's what they're gonna do with these cars now. These cars, like all these special features that you want in your car, like the air, what they promise you, the air pressure, they gonna make you pay for that. Oh, you want the air pressure feature in your car? You got to pay for it. Like, oh, you want this particular download in your car? You got to pay for this.
You know what you could download?
What? Pause.
Download these couch announcements.
But are
you done with this?
Do you see yourself? Wait. Do you see yourself buying one of these Tesla electric car?
Man, I don't think we'll ever get big enough on YouTube to make me want to buy a Tesla.
If you do.
Nah, I mean, I think I honestly wouldn't buy
I
anything
mean,
too.
they cheap. They only like 60K, 50K,
If we become
40K. That's easy.
if we become millionaires, like
40K. You only be a
I'm
million
gonna
over
get
40K.
no, not a 40K, but I'm just saying if we make big time money, I'm probably gonna get like a regular car that I know is dependable. That's a good track record. Like I'll probably want to get like a truck again. So I would like a truck. So I would probably get that. Probably get a decent sized truck. But I mean, I don't know. I kind of like the smaller trucks because it's like you could. I hate parking too. I hate trying to park those trucks because then it's like sometimes people park like jerks and there's no room, and it sucks when you got a giant vehicle.
True.
So I would like a mid-sized vehicle, but something sporty.
Oh, and also, do you remember about the job that our homeboy used to have, Baby Jesus, with the.
Oh, he was a crash test dummy for Tesla.
So a lot of those cars, a lot of the cars that have that action, they get in the car crashes. So those are also getting. They start looking to that also because a lot of people are getting these Tesla cars and putting it in autopilot mode, the older cars, and they're basically not paying attention to the road and they're getting in car accidents.
Yeah, that's when they try to have it do too much. But it's like some people are like driving as soon as they get on the highway, they turn it on autopilot mode, and then I saw some people were even putting on the Apple Vision.
Yep.
You know, and they're like, man, you can't be putting on VR while your car's driving.
I
would not trust the computer to drive me that much. I might play some Pokemon, but still have my hand on the wheel.
He's addicted to the Pokemon. But
man, yeah, let us know. If you want to check us
you
out.
download Pokemon Go next?
No, the old app? No, not that. I got an emulator. There's an emulators now available on Apple. You can hit us up on Instagram if you want to know how to get it. And then there's basically a way where you could get the game on your phone of all kinds of old games. And I can even tell you how to do that so that way you could play all your old favorite like Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64 games.
So you know the cheat code.
I know the cheat code. Well, speaking of cheat code.